Kunal, what are you picking up in terms of the charts today? Anything particularly standing out to you? And of course, what are your calls for our viewers?
So good morning, Varun. It's been a range-bound session, I would say, for the indices so far, and there are a couple of reasons for that. I think there has been some built up on the option side on the 14,700 put options. There has been a heavy amount of built up that generally happens when traders anticipate that that's going to be a probably a floor or a level of support for the index. And if you've seen the intraday charts for the index, we bounced off exactly from those levels on the Nifty. But on the other hand, there has been a unwinding of positions at the 15,000 call option, and that's going to be very, very interesting because that generally happens when traders expect or anticipate that the index could probably surge past those kind of levels as well. So this is going to be interesting because this being the first expiry after budget, I would expect the index to move up higher from current levels. So even though the index is a bit muted in the first half and in the first couple of hours, I believe that the pace could pick up over the next couple of hours. Now, in that aspect, would give two buy calls. First one is a buy on Lupin. I think the stock is heading towards a very strong breakout. Post result, the stock had corrected 10% from 1100 levels to almost sub 1000, but now it's recovered more than 61.8%, which is a typical retracement which we look out for in terms of a reversal for stock prices. So that could be one of the reasons why I believe Lupin could probably try and play a strong catch up from current levels. Expect a target on the upside of 1150. Would suggest a buy with a stop loss at 1000 levels. The second is from the mid cap name, and it's a buy on AB Capital. It's a very interesting chart on the daily as well as on the weekly time frame. It's forming a classic bullish flag pattern on the on the prices, and the breakout of this pattern is approximately at 90 to 93 levels. So I believe the stock crosses about that 92 and a half, 93 levels, and probably closes about it today as well. I believe it could result into at least a 15 to 20% upside breakout for AB Capital. So would suggest as a buy more of a high risk trade because of the mid cap nature of the stock price. Targets of 110 and stoppers could be kept at approximately 80.
All right, Saurabh. Could you also tell us what your picks are for the long haul?
My both ideas would be a low risk. First pick is from the capital goods sector. I would recommend Kalpataru Transmission. If you look at the order book of the company, it is more than 30,000 crore, including L1 orders. The company, all the activities have resumed to near normalcy. The company wants to be debt free by FY21 by selling its transmission assets and want to be a global largest EPC company. So we are having a target of about 395. Second call will be from the real estate sector, the Brigade Enterprises. It is a Bangalore-based company having interest in the real estate, rental and hospitality business. Nearly 75% business comes from the residential real estate. And the company is having good amount of cash. The sales have returned to pre-COVID levels, and the company is quite optimistic about its future projects, which are in the Bangalore and Chennai market. So we are quite positive on this stock, and we are having a target of about 300.